Okay, Nehal.
Today I'm gonna take a seminar on design fundamentals and analysis. So we are gonna discuss about the designer I choose, his collection, the color palette of the design, and the elements and principles of the design. So this is the designer I chose. His name is Marc Jacobs. He was born on April 9, 1963. He's an American designer known for his grunge collection. And he started his career at the age of 15 by making and selling his first handmade set clothes. He's the head designer of his own fashion label, Marc Jacobs. For now, he owns about 285 Marc Jacobs retail shops in 60 countries. So the collection I choose is his ready-to-wear 2021-22 fall collection. These are the collections I choose. Designs I choose. I hope you can see it. The collection includes puffer hoods, nudes, coffin coats, skirts, overpants, box, fur, scarves, etc. So this is the color palette of the collection. Most of the designs I choose are in black and white and include gray shades, elements and principles of design, presence of specific factors which makes the visual experience pleasing or non-pleasing are identified as elements and principles of designs. And there are 4 elements and they are point, line, shape and texture, and 4 principles of design: rhythm, balance, emphasis and contrast. So elements of design present in the collection I saw are a line, shape, texture is volume is flat, point, rhythm, and principles are regular, rhythm, symmetrical, balance, and color emphasis. Thank you. Yes, that's it.
Sorry, Adra, is that it?
Yes, ma'am. I got nervous.
Okay, no need to get nervous, okay? So it's okay, it's fine. Elements of garment making. Okay, so in this chapter, we will be learning about different types of seams. Okay, so what are seams? What are they actually? The seams, this join, this join. If you try to feel this shoulder part, there will be joined, right? Front piece and a back piece will be joined in your shoulder line, right? So that is a seam. Okay, so that is a seam. The way we join 2 pieces of fabric. Okay, it can be joined in any way. So no need to go to that part. I'm just giving an introduction. Okay, so that is a seam. This side part, there is a joining, right? A front piece and a back piece is being joined. So that is a type of seam. Okay, here in this armhole region, okay, there is a seam. The sleeve and this front piece is being joined. So that is a seam. And if you check your jeans, okay, you have your jeans pants, right? So if you check the side seam, inner side seam, in some of the jeans pants, it is just the ordinary seams. But if you check the good ones will be having in the inner part of your jeans pants, the side seam or the type of stitch, the way they have attached the two pieces together is different. Okay, so different types based on the fabric that we use, based on the garment, style of the garment, different types of seams are there. So in this chapter, we will just learn to make a few of them. Okay, how to do a few of the seams. We will just learn how to do it, and I will just give you a brief introduction about sewing machines, different types of sewing machines, how to connect threads, what all are the different parts of sewing machine and what all role does they play. I will give you a brief introduction about those things. And different types of sewing machines are there. Okay, you might have seen the ordinary sewing machines that is there in your houses, right? The old one, the Singer sewing machines, the old version, right? Where you need to, you know, that move that ring, right? So that is one type. And then there is a lot of different types of sewing machines where you can just feed. There will be screen. You can just feed the design into it, and the design will be stitched onto the piece of fabric that you feed into. So like that, a lot of updated version is there in the market right now. For attaching buttons, there is a different type of sewing machine. For creating a buttonhole, another one. For attaching zippers, for stitching sleeves, for stitching pants, trousers, for stitching bags, chappals, like that, based on the function, based on the purpose, and all different types of sewing machines are there. Embroidery machines are there. Like that, different variety. And lock stitch machine is there, chain stitch machine is there, like that, based on the variety of stitches available, different types of sewing machines are there. Okay, we'll just watch a short video. You know what is a sewing machine, right? You know when was the first the first sewing machine got introduced into the market. The first sewing machine ever got introduced to the market was a Singer sewing machine. It was introduced by Isaac Singer. You know Singer sewing machine. It was still there in the market, right? The brand. First ever practical. So the designs which were launched before had certain drawbacks. So Isaac Singer came up with a design solution which solved all the problems that existed before. Okay, so that's how Singer sewing machine came into picture during Industrial Revolution. So one of the inventions that happened during Industrial Revolution was sewing machine by Isaac Singer. Okay, so you know what is a sewing machine, right? You do have a brief idea about different types of sewing machine that is there in the market, right? Yes. Now we will just watch a 1 minute video on, you know, lock stitch machine, the difference between lock stitch machine and chain stitch machine. So what is a lock stitch machine and what is a chain stitch machine? So the normal machine that we use in our house, the normal machine that we use to stitch all these woven fabric garments. So the outfit, that piece of t-shirt Nimida is wearing right now is knitted fabric. It's a knitted garment, right, Nimida? It's a t-shirt, right? Yes, t-shirt is a knitted garment. Okay, it is a knitted garment. Whereas the one that I'm wearing right now, one Lakshmi is wearing right now is a woven garment. I can't see what is Gaia wearing. Is it a t-shirt, Gaia? So it's a knitted wear only. It's a knitted garment. So Nimita and Gaia is wearing knitted garments, whereas me and Lakshmi is wearing a woven garment. So the type of machine which is used for stitching all the woven garments out there is a lock stitch machine. Okay, it's a lock stitch machine. And the machine which is used to stitch all those knitted garments out there is called a chain stitch machine. So what is the difference there? So why can't we stitch a knitted fabric? Why can't we stitch a knitted garment using a chain stitch machine? Why? Why can't we use them? Why can't we stitch knitted garments using a lock stitch machine? So just let me ask you a question. What is that one major difference between a woven fabric and a knitted fabric? What is that one major difference between your kurti and the t-shirt that you are wearing right now? So just one thing, I will just give you a clue. Okay. So once you used to be small, so before the pandemic started, your size was small. So this is one real story which happened to me. Okay. Okay. So before starting the pandemic, before starting this COVID lockdown and everything, your size was small. So, and 1 year later, not small, not medium, not large. Now, suppose now your size is large. Okay. So not medium, large. So you are having all those small size t-shirts in your wardrobe, wardrobe, there it is. And now your size is medium. And you do have those kurtis, okay? Your cotton kurtis and those tunics made out of woven fabric, which is of small size. Okay. So will it fit you? Will all those kurtis fit you? It will be really difficult to take it down through your shoulder and it will get stuck in your bust area, right? It will just, yes. So what about t-shirt? T-shirt is stretchable. It will be really tight, but yes, you will be able to wear it, right? If you try to wear your kurtis and tunics like that, it will just tear it off, right? Here, yes, it's just gone. No use. Just give it to your mom. She will just use it for wiping the floor, right? So that's the final use of it, right? So we can't do anything with woven fabric once it is small, right? So when it comes to knitted wears or knitted garments, it is stretchable. At least you will be able to wear it, right? Yes, even though it will be too tight. So knitted fabrics are stretchable. It is having elastic property. The leggings, the t-shirts, your petticoats, stretchable fabric. Okay, so that is the speciality of knitted fabric. It is having elastic property. It stretches. What about your woven fabric? What about your bed sheets, the kurtis, your shawls, saris? It doesn't stretch, right? So as knitted fabrics stretch, the stitch that we use to stitch all these t-shirts should also stretch, right? It is supposed to stretch, right? Otherwise, it will break. So that is why for stitching knitted garments, we use chain stitch machine instead of lock stitch machine. So that is the difference between chain stitch and lock stitch. The stitches produced by lock stitch is very stable, doesn't move. It's not gonna budge. Whereas chain stitch will expand, will stretch. Okay. So chain stitch is suitable for, or chain stitch machine is used for stitching knitted wear. So how you can identify or differentiate between chain stitch and lock stitch machine? Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you that. Just let me know whether you can see the screen or not. Is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So lock stitch. Okay, lock stitch. So if this is a piece of fabric, this is a piece of fabric, then this is how a lock stitch looks like. Okay. This is how it looks like on both the sides. Okay. Will be like, and in the bottom region, from the bobbin, another set of stitches. Okay. So bottom and top region, the stitches looks exactly same, exactly similar, right? Continuous, right? So we know the hand sewing stitches, right? So when we hand sew, then there will be gap in between each stitch. But here, there is no gap. That is the only difference. A loop will be created and the same like that will be really continuous. So this is how a lock stitch looks like. This is how the stitch produced by a lock stitch machine looks like. Okay. And in lock stitch machine, there will be two sets of thread. Okay, there will be two sets of thread. One from the top region that is taken by the needle, and the other is from the bobbin. You know bobbin, right? Which is feeded on the below part. The bottom part we will be feeding another set. So that is bobbin. So two sets of thread will be there. One from the top region and one from the bobbin. And they will create a loop, and that's how a stitch is created on both bottom and top. Similar ones. Okay. So that is how lock stitch machine works. But in the case of chain stitch, it's just a single thread. Okay, it's just a single thread. So in the bottom, in the top, it will look like this only. The stitch looks like this. But in the bottom, it is like loops. Loops like this. If you analyze your inner part of your t-shirt, you will get to see those loops. So there, just check your side seams. Not woven t-shirt, in case of t-shirt, okay? We also use this chain stitch to prevent this fabric from raveling out. Okay, to lock. Yes.